Coming from the Associated Press, AP sues 3 Trump administration officials citing freedom of speech. The Associated Press sued 3 Trump administration officials Friday over access to presidential events, citing freedom of speech and asking a federal judge to stop the 10-day blocking of its journalists. The lawsuit was filed Friday afternoon in U.S. District Court in Washington, D.C. The AP says its case is about an unconstitutional effort by the White House to control speech, in this case refusing to change its style from the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, as President Donald Trump did last month with an executive order. This is why the scope of the presidency needs to be explained to not just Trump, but the current administration, the Heritage Foundation, and Elon Musk, the ones that are really in control, because they don't have to change it anywhere. The globe does not view it as the Gulf of America, and Mexico is gearing up to sue regarding this. But I guess the press and all people in the United States have the right to choose their own words and not be retaliated against by the government, the AP said in its lawsuit, which names White House Chief of Staff Susan Wiles, Deputy Chief of Staff Taylor Botowich, and Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt. This targeted attack on the AP's editorial independence and ability to gather and report the news strikes at the very core of the First Amendment, the news agency said. This court should remedy it immediately. And to other news outlets that are like, the AP should just go along to get along, absolutely not. Because this is the slippery slope where we get to just government media like over in the former USSR. In stopping the AP from attending press events at the White House and Mar-a-Lago or flying on Air Force One in the agency's customary spot, the Trump team directly cited the AP's decision not to fully follow the president's renaming. So in other words, if you don't agree with Trump and do what he says and, appease his tantrums, the people don't get to know what's going on? Absolutely not. Y'all sit back and criticize North Korea all the time, but you're literally championing in and high-fiving it happening here. You're always talking about if you go to this country, they'll treat you this way. Well, all of that bullshit that you don't like from other countries has come over here to roost. We're going to keep them out until such time as they agree that it's the Gulf of America, Trump said Tuesday. This is not a play date at Timmy's house. This week, about 40 news organizations signed onto a letter organized by the White House Correspondents Association urging the White House to reverse its policy against